Start live now. Yeah, that's back on.
Right, folks, we had a technical glitch there a while ago, so we're back on a new stream. So we're live and exclusive here from Ostundill and Knockla for the Christy Henry Memorial Competition 2026. So we've had any shocks at the moment, Jack? You want to announce the big shock that happened 30 minutes ago?
Yeah, we had a big shock there. Brandon beating Kieran McGinty 3-2. I don't think anyone seen that coming, to be honest. No, I know it's short races, so
Short race. It's
first to three, anything can really happen. But yeah, we had another good game then. Young Oisin Murphy in the Shield. He's only 15, beating Sean Gallagher.
Oh, so nice. Oh.
That's a bit of a confidence booster for him, you know.
But tell me about the competition though, because it's confined to Achill-based players.
Kind of confined to Achill-based players. We have 44 players altogether now in this competition, which is mental for Achill. Like.
And it's not your only competition this year. Like it's mental.
It's third or fourth competition now this year, and it's only going to get way busier next year. We're going to have more competitions keep going, keep lads playing pool, you know.
And it's I love to hear who's the lad you mentioned, age 15?
Oisin Murphy, yeah.
Oisin Murphy. So I love to hear those stories, because this means this competition, you're going to get more and more of those kids coming in.
100%, yeah.
And having a shield format is really important.
Yeah, definitely.
And you have a double elimination as well?
Double elimination, yeah, that's what it is. So if you lose your first game into the cup, you're into the shield, you know.
Okay.
So that's the way we're running for this competition.
Is Kieran out?
No, Kieran's actually playing the loser this game in the shield.
In the shield, okay.
Playing the loser being in Germany.
But he's out of the main event.
He's out of the main event,
okay.
Yeah. No, to be honest, most people here would have said Kieran would have been the favourite to win the competition today.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Right? There's a reason for that. He's won the last two major competitions here in Achill.
Yeah.
He's the current champion of Achill.
Yeah. He won the Division 1 final.
So he would have had huge confidence coming into it.
Yeah.
But a race to three. It's not a fair reflection on someone.
No, God, no.
Winning or losing.
Yeah.
So at least when you get to the last 16, it's the race to five.
Race to five, yeah. A mistake or two here, you're still in the game.
Yeah, sure. So we're watching the first match here with Ian, six pocket rocket. She did all the hard work, but he forgot to pot the black.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he let Dermot in for for the first win. So we're only on the second frame here, so you can see the scoreboard on the right hand.
I know Ian Potlack.
What did he?
He did. Yeah. Oh, he got a fluke.
Okay.
He got a big-
Okay. Yeah, I missed that bit.
He got a massive fluke to
Yeah.
pot the black into the bottom right hand corner.
He'll take a fluke. So the score on the right hand side, right hand corner, it's the blue and red manual scoreboard, should we call it? And that's been updated by the players. So that's the current and live score.
Ian is the blue and German's the red on the scoreboard.
Okay.
It's a good shot by Dermot.
Duly acknowledged by Ian, which is fair sportsmanship.
It's another decent shot, to be honest. You can get that red out, but like, I don't think it's possible, is it? You'll clip the yellow first.
So whatever about this game, tell me about your journey. Your call up for Mayo.
Oh yeah, hey, it's delighting now. Myself and Martin going down to Killarney. It's nice to be playing against better players and lads your own age, as well. So always kind of wanted to go down there just to see what it's like. From the other ACK lads telling me it's a class experience. So
and it's what it's all about. I mean, my understanding is Kieran McGinty was the first person from Achill to be called up to Mayo, and when he came back, he said, "Lads, this is an epiphany moment. Lads, stop what you're doing. We have to be playing this."
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And now we have loads of players playing in Achill. We had 5 last year. We had 2 captains.
Yeah. 2 All-Irelands coming back. And
it's just getting bigger and bigger. So
definitely,
the way I describe Mayo and Achill in both the same way is Mayo is nuts for pool, and Achill is nuts for pool.
Yeah.
Ready right now. The demand, the interest level is through the roof from what I see.
And it's only getting busier in Achill as well. You're getting 5 new lads in every competition coming. I'd say you'll have the guts of maybe 60 people in a division league next year. So the numbers are savage.
So numbers wise, do you know how many players played in the All-Ireland last year?
Jeez, I couldn't. I'm going to say 500-600 would it be?
Right. Second opinion. How many players?
I put Martin Polak on the mic.
All-Ireland?
I'd say about 800 to 1,000.
This number's going to blow your head now, right? 1,300 players played.
Jeez, that's great going for the pool, though. It's great going for the pool.
So Mayo had 23 teams in last year. They had more teams than any other county, including Dublin. And Mayo asked for more teams this year and were refused.
Well, that just shows the interest in Mayo pool.
The interest
is
great, massive.
That's what you want.
So I've been dying to tell you this story, right? Pádraig Harrington, golfer. He read a book by a sports psychologist called Dr. Bob Rotella, and he said after he read this book, it was an earth-shattering experience for him as a professional golfer, and he's worked with him, this Dr. Bob Rotella, ever since. It is. I would urge you both to read his books. How Champions Think. Make your next shot your best shot. That second one in particular is all about accepting that you're going to make mistakes. It's part of your journey, and if you let that mistake bother you, you're in trouble. You have to be able to mentally go, all right, I did make that mistake. There might be a technical reason for it, but you have to accept it and move on and make your next shot your best shot.
Would you say it helped you mentally playing pool? Let's say.
Yes.
Forward with it?
Yeah. So I've actually not really worked much on my technical game the last 3 months, but I've worked enormously on the mental side. So I read this guy's books, and I listen to it on audio when I'm coming up to Achill for 2 hours. Listen to this on repeat, and it works. So what Padraig Harrington said when he was aged 18, he was leading the Irish Amateur Open, and he was 2 shots up, 3 to play, and he failed. And lots of kids told him he blew it and bottled and all that kind of stuff. But he said he didn't understand what his body and mind was doing. He says now he understands completely. So he's able to analyze, and he understands where he's at. In 2008, he equally was in one of the major competitions. He met Dr. Bob Rotella coming off, and he had thrown away a lead like that.
Yeah.
But when he came back to talk to him, the doctor thought he was going to be really upset with himself, but he wasn't. He was thrilled. He said, "Now I know I have the game to win. I'm going to win the next one."
Well, that's interesting. That actually, I might look into that myself now. Because like pool isn't just about potting. Obviously, there's a big mental side
Yeah.
towards pool as well. Like.
So that book, How Champions Think. When I heard, I actually heard it was the first I heard of it was Padraig Harrington was talking about Rory McIlroy, and when he won the major this year, last year, he he was basically saying, this sports psychologist is just through the roof. And when Rory was playing, if he was starting to play defensively, trying to win it, that's not his game. So and he made a mess of one or two of his shots. But that's still the right thing for him because he's playing his normal play. If you try and change your play to try and win, it often doesn't work. It often fails. But it's your mindset is actually is the difference.
Yeah,
it's not your technical ability; it's your mindset. So you have 14 clubs you're allowed in your golf bag, but one of these other books is called Your 15th Club. And what he means by that is your mental game.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree with you. You can be the best putter, but if you fumble under pressure or can't do it in the big moments, don't have the mental side, it's no good. It's no good.
Or choose the wrong shot,
Or that,
and the shot you've chosen, the miss you just made, he now has a full path to clear.
Yeah.
Whereas if you picked a different shot and miss, so you have to kind of hedge your bets a little bit.
100%. I agree with
there's
that.
not wrong with being confident, but when you get super excited, when your heart is racing, when your body is telling you that this is a really important shot, and it gets different. The Ryder Cup experience is nuts, right?
100%, yeah.
For the professional golfers who play golf for a living, they go, this pressure in the Ryder Cup is something
100%.
Completely and utterly
and that
nuts.
goes with every sport, not just that goes with absolutely every sport.
So that the pressure of playing for Mayo when you're down there, it's going to be tough mentally to, can you pot a ball? Of course you can. There isn't a single player who goes down to Killarney that can pot a ball, but can you calm your mind actually and perform under pressure? And that's actually the question.
That's, to be honest with you, that's actually one thing that I'd say I struggle with is if I go losing mainly, I often get very, how do I say, angry even, or lose the head. It's a big side. You don't want to be negative at the pool table. So it'll be a good game now. And the loser of this actually plays Kieran in the Shield. So another tough game straight after.
Well, we've two heavyweights here basically in Achill Pool. Ian Six Pocket Rocket, Sheehy, and Dermot O'Malley, the captain of the winning junior B side from last year. So Dermot was the champion of Achill last year. So we actually, myself, Claire Nuna, we were away last year in Riga, and the Ryder Cup was on at the same time, and we chose to watch Cahill and Dermot on the television rather than the Ryder Cup. Even though the Ryder Cup was ridiculously exciting.
Same with that myself. I tuned in, watching it. I missed it last year, so
Yeah, and the reason why you'd pick Cahill versus Dermot is because it's live sport, number one, but it's people that you know, number two, and it's live sport is compelling.
100%. You're cheering on, obviously, you know.
So if you although we have these games on YouTube, how many people actually watch them back? Maybe the players themselves, but it's when they're live. That's when you want to see it because
100%. Yeah.
anything can happen in live.
It is great for the players as well. I watch my games back to see what mistakes I do sometimes, and it does help, you know.
It's coming back to the sports psychology. I can talk about this for all day long, actually. So some people focus on their mistakes, but mentally you should erase them as quickly as you can. Analyze them, but not analyze them to death. Acknowledge them, own them. There might be a technical reason. Often the technical reason is you might jump up on a shot. You might. So if your body isn't completely still, that would be a technical fail, basically.
100%, yeah.
That would be a common reason. But once you've analysed it, that's it. Move on, and actually accept that it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes.
Everyone makes mistakes.
It's okay. I try and watch a lot of matches live in arenas if I can, because what you see on television, you generally just see the table. You don't see the demeanour of a player. You don't see how they behave when if they've made a mistake, or sorry, not if, when they've made a mistake.
Yeah.
You don't see how they analyse a table, as in how many times they walk around, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot more to it than just getting down on the table. So seeing a game live, same with football. I'd be a big football coach, but seeing a match for yourself, you can see a lot more.
Sure. Do you fancy anyone winning this game? Do you have your favourite?
Oh, I'm not. I'm going to remain completely neutral on that. And it's a race to three as well, right?
This one, yeah.
Yeah, race to three. So there's really there's really not much in it. You against any of the
It's a great shot from Germany.
It's a cracking shot against any of the top 10 players. Like I said to Dean earlier, he said you can flip a coin between players.
100%, mainly
just
first
flip
to
a
three.
coin.
You know, first to three.
Race to three.
Anything can happen, really.
So Dermot's giving himself a chance here, so he can see enough of this right to pot it.
I presume he's just going to leave himself for the middle bag. Yeah. The black up more than likely following Stoder middle bag.
He's caught himself.
Yeah, that's a good shot. That's a good shot. Yeah.
He had to swerve around that a little bit, I think, did he?
It was tight, but oh, that's unlucky. It's unlucky.
Bleep, bleep. So he could have cut that into the centre, but he didn't want to risk the white going off. So, he's hedging his bets. He still wanted to get it. You can see he was really angry at himself. But now we know Ian is good enough to take out 2, 4, 6 yellows.
6 yellows, yeah. Mind you, there's the one above the black. might
Well,
cause an issue. But if you
yeah,
can get onto it or get it out,
It's-
that would be great.
a ball in hand is what you need to be hoping for.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Do you think German could, maybe right spin this and it actually hit the black from here, or is it too close to the cushion?
You, you'd actually need to be able to hit left spin. You need to come down further. So if you came off the rail at a natural angle, you'd be coming into that yellow in the
Okay.
middle of the table.
Okay.
So you'd actually you'd have to hit it down, come at it from a different angle. But it's very fine margins. So we'll see here is.
I think he has it.
Oh
great
wow!
Great finish
Yeah.
there from German.
So that was a
2-1 now.
ballsy shot as well. He absolutely nailed that.
You give away ball in hand against the likes of Ian, and the frame's over nearly.
It doesn't matter how many balls are on the table. If you have Ian Shee has an open table, it's one of the worst things you can do. Actually, is to be on your last ball. And if you can manage to get a ball in hand, then you would expect to be out for players at this standard. So that was a real ballsy shot from Dermot. I'm very impressed with that. But he's up and down. He's third last red, up and down the table to clip in the red into the middle pocket. To give him that, set himself up for that. But if you think then back to the first chance he had at the black was down here, the white was here. If he had played it to cut it into the middle, the white could have gone into the corner pocket. That's why he didn't take. That's why he didn't take it on. Yeah. So
he was unlucky as well. He was very close with that.
You could see, he backed himself to get it. He was only, half a centimeter out. So the tide has turned here. So Dermot is 2-1 in the lead, so he only needs one.
Yeah.
It's a very, very short format. I mean, it goes up from, so the next match after whoever wins this, it goes up to a race to 4, then it's a race to 5, then it's a race to 6 in the quarterfinals.
And let's say even this one, German can go for it. Even if he has that one leg.
Little bit of a buffer, yeah. Little bit of a buffer, yeah.
Go for it,
It's a big front break from Dermot. Yeah, he's got.
I think he actually has to. I presume he's gonna go reds here. I think reds are easier here. What do you say, Jer?
So you don't look at it that way. You start with the black, and you work backwards. So the first thing he's checking is where does the black go? So his first thing he's doing is he's deciding, is there a finish on? That's the first thing he's deciding. If I go reds, is there a finish on? Because you have to plan your entire frame, and that's why players take a lot of time deciding actually which color set to go on.
I think the only place the black goes is the right middle bag.
The right middle bag, correct? Yeah. So, and that means that the red that he's closest to, he has to, if he's gone on reds, that's the one he has to take right now. Means it's a little bit harder to float down onto that black. So, he then should evaluate what would it look like if I took on yellows, and
he's actually going for yellows. It looks like.
Yeah. So yellows is what I would have gone for too. Now that shot didn't come out the way he expected, but the reason why he took yellows is because once you take all these yellows and pot all these yellows, that black now, there's no traffic around it. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't decide, oh, I'm going to go reds because there's loads of balls I can pot. That's not how you look at it. You start with the black and work backwards. So he kind of rushed himself there a little bit. he was trying to force it when it wasn't on, and it's given a foul in hand, ball in hand. But this isn't easy. So this is the only really difficult red. So once this red is gone,
That's a good shot.
yeah. So once that red is gone, now all the other reds go. But now the picture has changed for the black. The black will now go into two pockets. The left corner, left center pocket. I'm talking about now once all the reds go.
Yeah.
The left center pocket and the right bottom corner pocket.
It's unlucky for me, and I don't think he would have wants to come down this way. Just yet.
No, so I'm pretty certain he wanted the white to be down another kind of nearly even a foot.
Yeah.
He expected, yeah. So he didn't expect the white to stay completely dead. So
I just won this for a second.
look at that for a shot. Look at that for a shot.
It's a great shot for me in there.
So that was a real ballsy shot from Ian. He took on. So nice bit of tactics here now. So a good bit of composure from Dermot. So Ian can't really afford to make any mistakes because Dermot is on the hill. So it's only 2-1, but because it's a race to 3. Dermot only needs the 1. So it could be just literally down to 1 shot. So it's a good hit. So Dermot has a fair bit of thinking to do here. So likewise, Ian is on for a counter attack. So as Ian looks at his table, he's going to get a chance. So can Dermot get this yellow inside a red? So a tap of the table, an acknowledgement from Ian means a lot. Means that he acknowledges that Dermot played a cracker. So a hand up as well, in apology from Ian. He didn't expect to skim past that red. He nearly potted the white. So it's live sport, so anything can happen. So the picture will change considerably if Dermot takes this yellow off the bottom rail. Yeah, so that's changed. So Diarmuid could choose to go for it from here. So he has 6 yellows, but they're all in a potable position, and that's the reason why he would make the call.
In the quarterfinal on table 2, for race 6, Craig Catherine and John King. That's table 2, Craig Catherine and John King, race 6.
So another acknowledgement from Diarmuid there. A good shot from Ian. He was trying to flick that yellow in off the other yellow on the rail. He's a bit unlucky there. Ian's going to go for this though. That's his style. So Diarmuid going to relax himself, calm himself, because he's made a decision. Like, I'm going to go for this, pretty certain. So he's wiping down his towel. He's going to go, yeah, I'm going for this. So this was ended up being a very kind of a tactical game. But normally speaking, if Ian sees a shot, he'll take it on. And we would expect him to have potted that last one. But like that, Diarmuid is really annoyed at himself because he's pushed that red over the yellow. So that pattern, so that yellow on the left side now has now become a problem ball for Diarmuid, and he has to figure out a solution to attack that. So all bets are off, basically. So when he went down on his previous shot, he went, oh, I see a full pattern. But now he has to change his tactics completely and utterly. So that red is a problem ball for Ian as well. So let's see what Diarmuid's how he feels here. He can get through to play a double here if he wanted to. He might try and leave the white over on the right hand side. Yeah, it's a really tidy double. But he still has that new problem that he created for himself. How does he get that yellow out?
Table 4, Conor Egan versus Paul Gallagher. That's first 3, table 4. Apologies, that's race 5.
So Diarmuid was all in there trying to break out that yellow, and he missed it. So at least he still got the pot. He tried to arc the ball around and force it basically. So he might still. Yeah, so he's. Ian's at the table, but he can't pot from here. So what Diarmuid is looking at is the red to the right of that yellow is not in a potable position, but he doesn't want to give Ian the chance to flick it out from the red that's inside the nearest the pocket. So that was a good shot from Ian because that set himself up. So Diarmuid's going to have to try and stop that option. And yeah, he's got a shake of the head a little bit. So the odds of this going to a deciding frame has shot up dramatically. You can see what Ian was trying to do. He was trying to float that another couple of inches, and that would have been a tap into the left middle. But he's still taking on a pot. Always. He's still taking on a pot. It's fair play to him. That's the way he plays. So Diarmuid's in a bit of trouble here because Ian has that red over the top left-hand corner, and the two balls are spread apart the other side of the table, so it's very hard to get a snooker out of this. He can see enough of the bottom yellow to cut it in, but that's a difficult shot. He might be forced into taking it, but if he takes it on and misses, we'd expect it to go to a final frame decider. Yeah, it looks like he's going to take it on.
Table 3, Michael Cavan of Home Table 3.
Oh, what a ballsy shot. What a ballsy shot. What a ballsy shot. Oh, that'll make the highlights reel. Fair play to Ian's sportsmanship. He called it. What a great shot. Yeah. That was a real ballsy shot. Fair play, Diarmuid. did all the hard work, and now he's snookered himself. So he's looking at coming in off the back rail and trying to get inside that red. That's a bit of an ask. So a lot of drama in this current frame. So big shout out to, we've 40 people viewing at the moment. Hi to everyone. What else would you be doing on a Saturday? Yeah, Ian had a very different outcome in his mind when he played that shot. You would not have decided to put the white there with this difficult red. So he wanted to be the other side of the table, basically. Ooh, okay. So the yellow passes easily, and there's really no issue with the white going in. So he might decide to float the white down to take the black into the middle pocket, just in case he doesn't pot it, that he gives Ian a more difficult shot. Either way, he's going to fully commit to potting it. Black's in the middle of the table, it's exactly where he'd want it. So yeah, so that was the perfect shot to take. So if he had missed that, Ian would have had a nothing shot on the red. So now he has this is to take the reigning champion out. Yeah, so well, Dermot is no. He was the champion of Achill last year. Of course, he beat Cahill last year. What a shot! What a shot! Okay. Oh my God. He put himself through all the emotions there, going.
Well, you were blessed in the first. I know, yeah, but I shouldn't have.
Everyone, please cheer across the screen. German into your team.
This is a matchup that you would expect to have been in the main event final, and it's a race to three, so it'll be quick and exciting. We're going to welcome our guest commentator, Stuart Latimer, onto air in a few seconds. So I'll put the names on the board here a second. But next up is Kieran McGinty and Ian Sheehy. So it's a race to three here, and Ian surely has got off to a quick start. Two contrasting styles of players. Ian ranks himself as a very, very fast player. Kieran would rank himself as a very studious player. The grinder, shall we say. So Kieran looks at this and he goes, I've got loads of yellows to hide behind. He's going to create problems for Ian in a minute. So he's going to play a lost turn here, I'd say.
I'm double jobbing.
Yeah, so Kieran excels at those kind of shots. So Ian is going to be looking for a little bit of luck here. Yeah, so Kieran will be very, very happy with his strategy there. He had that in his mind all along. He potted two and then played that shot. So the 4 yellows he's remaining now, he's going to put his head down. He's planning which way around to do them, but he's going for a finish here. Once all the yellows are gone, the black will pot into any of the 6 pockets. So he's basically decided he's not ready to go yet. It's a loss of turn from Ian, so it's not a foul. Because he hit his own red first. So Kieran shows an awful lot of patience in situations like that. A minute ago, I would have gone for a finish. A lot of people would have, but Kieran he's won the last 2 major competitions in Achill. He's the current champion of Achill. Won the Division 1 final recently as well. And big congratulations to the Alice's team that won the Michael McLaughlin Memorial Trophy for the Achill Pub League. Won it for the first time. So Kieran would have come into this competition as everybody's hot favourite, and he was already out from the main event, losing 3-2 to Brendan McGinn. Big acknowledgement from Ian there. He's conceded. There's a tapping of a black, so that position was absolutely perfect from Kieran. Zoom which way?
So it means we can get the two tables. Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, that's that.
So we have the scoreboard up here now on the graphics. So it's showing Kieran is 1 up. It's a race 3. So we've an awful lot of titles
Yeah.
between the two of these guys,
Oh yeah, big time.
and but they're not taking home this cup.
No,
this
they're
time.
not. They're taking on the Shield this time.
Well, it's a different cup for them.
Yeah.
Okay. But you'd whoever wins this would be favourites to win the Shield.
Definitely. Yeah, yeah.
Mind your white, Kieran. Mind your white. Yeah. Yeah, he's just conceded that. So Kieran and Ian know each other really well. So Ian actually conceded on the previous frame because it was a tap in. Likewise, Kieran conceded there because it was a tap in for Ian. So it's score is 1-1. Race to 3. It's compelling. So our viewership counts are increasing all of the time. So we're at 63 at the minute. So a big shout out to anyone. If you want to drop us a line, I think the chat is available on the YouTube. So we stream on YouTube, not Facebook. So there's lots of reasons for that. One of the reasons is we can do all the graphics and overlay the score. So having the score on the screen is actually really important to people who are watching. And I call it the Ryder Cup experience. So you can actually put this on YouTube, on your main television. You don't have to Chromecast it.
No.
Every modern television now would have the capability of playing YouTube. You don't have that capability with Facebook.
No.
And Facebook will only run in portrait mode.
Yeah.
These need to be in landscape mode because we need to add the graphics. So shout out to Connacht Amusements who've sponsored this event, as they do most of the.
They are very good. Sean and Brian, they're very good too. Achill.
Yeah.
On the other table up above, we have Craig Cashkin against Sean McGing in the quarterfinal. Craig is 2-0 up at the moment.
What a ballsy shot from me in there.
Yeah. Craig, I'd say, is probably the favourite to win the whole thing in many people's eyes. It's a very top table.
Craig, okay, yeah.
Craig Cashkin, yeah. He plays pool in England. He plays ultimate pool in England.
Yeah, he was telling me a while. He met me over there.
Oh, did he?
Wigan, yeah. Because I'm playing it as well.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And he didn't. He kind of half recognised me in the name, but he didn't put two and two together with Achill. But I was talking to him there about an hour ago.
Yeah. It's a good shot by Ian. It's 2-1.
So that's the Ian that we all know, right? Ian is very capable of doing that.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang. Like really, really quick. So Ian is on the hill here. Race to 3.
Paul Gallagher's after missing a black there now against Conor Egan. I don't know what the score is. We've on table 3 we have Michael Blondie Kilban against Donald McLaughlin, and on table 4 Paul Gallagher against Conor Egan. Today is running really smoothly now with having all the games on this night. It's running nice and early, like, you know.
Yeah, and it's a big change to the format of how you do events, right?
yeah.
So
We said we give it a change this year to see what it's like. To be honest, I'd nearly say this would be the way we should go going forward. Have it on the Friday and the Saturday.
well, you're the man now, so
I don't know about that.
you certainly are. It's a shout out to Kieran and Ian that have been running events in Achill for years.
Yeah.
But you're the man now, Jack, and the guys are only too delighted to be able to just turn up, which is what everyone else does. They just turn up. Everything is done. The tables are done. The tables are brought in. They
just want to play pool and get on with it.
All the light is and the dark out curtains are all done. Yeah. And people just come and play pool, and they don't realise there's a lot of work required. There's people that have to shift tables from other venues, and there's lots of people that do all that work. And, you have a few. If you want to shout out a few lads,
a few lads there who helped me move the tables this week. I'll start off with John Patton first. John Patton helped us moving tables every single tournament there is.
Fair play, John.
If there was no John Patton, I'll tell you now, there wouldn't be this many competitions in Achill. So John Patton's the driving force for Achill.
That's a big shout out.
Yeah. Martin Polak, Oisin Grayles, Sean Gallagher, Matthew Conway, Aidan Kilban, Christoph Jablonski. Probably missing someone else, I'd say, but yeah, that's the guts of lads moving tables. Even before the other times there's been competitions on, it's a great help moving tables because Jesus.
We'll come back to the tables in a second now because this match could be over in the next 20 seconds. He's running a little bit far for this yellow that he's next to. So if he takes it on, he's going to be the white's going to be running around the place a little bit. What a shot! Jesus. What a shot.
Is that yellow too close to the red?
The yellow will not pass the red into the corner pocket. Well, Ian's having a good look.
He'll probably go long first, will he?
Yeah, he's having a good look. So I think he's eyed up there, going for a cross double into this corner pocket.
Yeah.
So that's where he wants to leave himself. So the yellow that's connected to the red, it won't pass the corner pocket. So he's going to be aiming to double it down to here, but he's the wrong side of the yellow here because he can't then come back for the black.
No.
So you're going to see a wild shot here. He's going to do an awful lot. He's trying
6 pocket shot.
Bounce the white from here to come back to.
Oh my God, that's.
So he wanted to bounce the white down to here. So he was doing an awful lot here. So I think it's safe to say that Ian is going to find himself snookered when he goes back to the table.
This situation, you'd be saying Kieran would be the favourite for this frame.
So in this situation, Kieran would rank himself completely as favourites.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So a lot of players would go, "Oh shit, this game is over."
Yeah.
This is not how Kieran thinks. This is why he's the champion of two the most recent 2 major events. He relishes this kind of a challenge. Yeah. And so what he's looking at here is how am I going to, he's got a ball in hand already, but he will only go when he's fully ready. And he has, he's kind of got 2 problem balls. So he's left in a tiny side of that. You might find that Ian's Yeah, he's got a tiny side of that. I can see. I'm right behind the shot. I can see. That was really close. Really close. So, Kieran can do this all day long.
Yeah.
So for Kieran, he'll be developing balls until he's ready to go. And he now only has the one problem ball he has is the red that's connected to the yellow. So but he knows though that Ian, at any chance, he's well able to get his way out of snookers. So he might end up going for this even from here. So what's in his favor here, and this is why he did it. The red is blocking the black from being potted, so that black can't go into either of the two corner pockets here as you see them. So he's happy to take this on. He's putting the white back down there. Now he won't be happy with that because he's left a lot of that yellow visible to Ian. So this is how Kieran plays. So he's really happy to have played, and he'll do it all day long. He now has a scenario where he has the 2, 4, 6, 7 reds on the table. That doesn't matter to him. There's 7. What matters to him now is that they all 6 go quite easily, except that red that's near the yellow. So you might see him. So what he's going to probably play, he wants to play the red in off the yellow to move the yellow and develop his red at the same time.
Would you hit the white into the red on the side and pot his yellow and bring the red into the middle of the cushion? Yeah, then he's snookered altogether.
So this shot is all about now releasing the red that's near the yellow. So he has to hit the yellow first, coming past it, which is what he's done. That's a perfect shot. So the worst thing he could have done there is actually pot that red clean. He had to come in off the yellow. So now it's all open for him. Playing a bit of topspin, so he's So this is how Kieran thinks. That black does not pot down in the corner pockets, so he doesn't mind giving Ian a free shot at this yellow because now Ian might take it on, but if he hits this hard into the middle pocket, it's very. These tables don't accept a hard shot.
Yeah, no, just exactly there.
They don't accept a hard shot. So generally, it's just the styles of how to play.
Yeah.
You give Ian a chance, he'll take it. Generally speaking,
Right.
Now, more often than not, he'll take any chance that's presented to him.
Yeah.
But Kieran works the percentages. It's like that yellow was on, but it's really that table can't accept you hammering that ball in at that angle and then to come down and get the bottom side of the black to be able to pot into a middle pocket. And ultimately, Kieran was right. That's why he strategically doesn't mind giving even a good potter like Ian a shot, because some shots are just not they're just not on basically.
Yeah.
So Kieran has 2 reds deep in pockets, so they can be a bit tricky to spin out of because it's easier to control a ball when it's actually not as close to the pocket. But either way, so that red in the top, he needs to be sure that he comes to the left hand side of the black in a second. He must make sure he doesn't hit the black coming back up. So he has to hit this fairly thin.
Well, the white. No.
Yeah. So he hit that too thick. He needed to hit that much thinner. He wanted that white ball to be in the middle of the table. But he probably felt that he didn't want to have any chance of missing it. Because now where the yellow is, he's all in. He gives Ian a chance here, and Ian's going to finish. Yeah. So
he doesn't want to give himself an angle for the white to go into the middle.
That's a bit weird now. So Ian has conceded that. I think that's a big mistake for conceding that enough was on. Kieran said it, but
I wouldn't have been sure of that call.
I
wouldn't have conceded it.
No, I wouldn't have conceded it. So I'd have been sure Kieran would have potted it.
Yeah.
But the enough was on.
Yeah.
And the trouble is that if Kieran had played it, because the enough was on, it might have caused him to actually miss it. So anyway, I think Ian made a big mistake by not taking it. You don't know the psychology. Is it because he's in the plate?
Yeah.
The
head is gone.
The head has gone a little bit. So that kind of Ian like that is a dangerous player because he'll just go pot.
Yeah.
So that's a big split, but he's dry off the break.
Free.
Table 4, Stuart Hoffman versus Achill Murphy. Race to 3 in the shield. Table 4.
You can close down.
Yeah. Next game, that's done. Next game is done. You're on. Next two. Yeah, I'll do that. Too much motion. Yeah.
They're walking across the players.
Yeah. So.
So I'm fairly certain Ian can see a full pattern here to finish. Kieran made a mistake in off into the corner pocket. It's been unlucky for Kieran, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to move that red. It's blocking the yellow from going. The yellow still goes. I'm looking right down the other side of it, but you'd have to be right behind it. And he gave up on the shot. He wanted to screw it back to be right behind that yellow. Now he's made it quite difficult for himself. Can still go. Yeah. So it's not that shot that was the problem. It's the shot before. So he wanted to have screwed back and have been completely dead straight on that yellow. And in that scenario, he would have almost definitely would have got it. This is not easy for Kieran now because he doesn't have enough angle to take the second red that's on the left hand side of the rail into the corner pocket. So he's gonna, well, he's digging down. He's gonna force it. Gonna try and take it out. Yeah, he's gonna. Oh yes, what a shot! Oh yes, what a shot! Oh, okay. So Kieran could, if he wants to, go all in on the red on the left hand side of the rail.
Airplane.
Float it in, but if he misses it, Ian will mop up the next few shots. So he's taken the red that's closer to the black because if he hangs it, he'd be hoping to block the black. And this is how Kieran sees the game. You know, he's hedging his bets on shots. So I'm quite certain Ian would have just gone for the finish, fully committed to the finish, which is what he's going to do right now. So he's going to cut this yellow in and then back himself to pot these next two balls. So you can tell he's not happy with the white ball in a lot of his shots actually. But he's going to back himself to pot these, pot himself out of trouble. Okay, so almost identically the same as before. Kieran could take the yellow, the red on the left hand side, float it into the top corner. Then he's nailed on for the red and the black. But if he misses it, he's leaving Ian on. So you might find Kieran decides to take a shot on that's hedging his bets a little bit. So this for a win. That's a win for Kieran. Well done.
Table 1 in the last 16, German O'Malley versus Barney McGing, first 5. That's German O'Malley, Barney McGing on table 1, first 5.
Well done, Kieran.
Well, whoever was going to have won that game, which turned out to be Kieran, is going to be favourite to win this plate trophy. Plate shield. It's physically a shield. Let's have a look at it here. So it's a lovely shield in front of me. It's not engraved though by any player that's won it before, so we might see if we can get that sorted. So I'm looking at the main Christy Henry Memorial Cup in front of me, and we can see that Ian Sheehy has engraved his name as the 2025 and 2024 champion. So Ian was the defending champion twice, so he was out in the main event, and now he's out of the shield. This means that there'll be a new name on the trophy. So in the main event, we have 3 of the quarterfinals. 3 of the quarterfinals places are decided. So Craig Cadigan is currently 5-1 up against John McGing in race to 6. David Ryder beat Enda McHugh last night 6-4. They decided to get their game done early. Colin McLaughlin plays Ger Ryan at approximately 2 o'clock. I think they'll be on the game after this one. And then the winner of 55, which is Diarmuid O'Malley and Brandon McGing, who's on now, plays the winner of 56, which is the winner of Paul Gallagher, who's 3-2 up against Conor Egan. So in the last 16, Paul and Diarmuid and Brandon and Conor. So Diarmuid O'Malley, Brandon McGing versus Diarmuid O'Malley versus Brandon McGing, starting now on table 1. Conor Egan and Paul Gallagher is on table 4. Paul is 3-2 up in a race to 5. So we have one semi-finalist, David Ryder, and it's a last 16 was a race to 5, quarterfinals a race to 6, semi-final race to 7, finals race to 9. Nice. So Jack was telling me earlier, he's pretty much very, very happy with the decision to have a full session on the Friday evening, and then a full session. So a full session on the Friday evening, half the players, and then a full session on Saturday morning, half the players. So that changes the flow completely. So it means you're, playing quarterfinals here at middle of the day, and semi-finals will be, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock. at least the finals won't be running into 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So it's a lot less stressful for the organisers as well. So so Jack has said he's very happy with that decision. It makes a lot of sense for everybody. And when the draw is made, you know what session you're in. You're either on the Friday evening session or you're on the Saturday during the day session. So there's no need for you to be at both of them. You only need to be at the one that you're called out in the draw for. So let's take a look at the Shield draw. So we're a lot of last 16 games still to be played, and so we have Peter Cooney is going to be playing Aaron Cafferkey. We have 2 quarterfinals to be scheduled. Aidan Kittleban is going to be playing Matthew Conway, and Tony McGinn is going to be playing Stephen Grealish. So in the last 16 on table 3, we have Stuart Latimer as one up against Oisin Murphy. The Shield. Oh yeah.
Are you still
Yeah.
in the Shield?
Oh, no, I'm in the quarterfinal of the main event. Yeah. Tables free.